Hold up, I know what you're thinking. Another bad skin bundle? No, get your hopes up. I have to show you this.
What we found was a gift. Humanity's last hope. At the edge of darkness, there was light. A power celestial. Yet every strong light invites shadows that loom larger. So now is the time for humanity, for you, to once again wield Ion.
So after watching this trailer, you might have a lot of questions, right? But what makes this trailer very much unique from the other skins we saw before, and I don't know, it doesn't matter if you're gonna buy this skin or not. I hope personally you do, because you support the people who don't have the money to afford the skins and just pick them up the floor. So, you know, a big shout out and thanks to, you know, everyone from the Iron ranks.
Yeah, revive me!
This is actually the first trailer that gives us some insight on the lore itself. Usually other trailers, you know, just showed off the flashy skins, but this time we're actually getting some lore about Radianite firstly and SKYE. I'm pretty sure that was SKYE in the video, and that's my speculation, but we're gonna break down this simple trailer. It's actually pretty short, piece by piece.
What we found was a gift.
So what you can notice from here is this is actually SKYE's logo, and they said this is humanity's last hope, right? So I'm pretty sure this is Radianite, like ionized. It's not unstable, as we can see, you know, from the Singularity bundle. I don't know if that was Radianite as well. I think it was a black hole, but this is basically Radianite with machinery, so it has full control. It can be used for power, as you can see here, but this is SKYE taking the actual skin. I don't know what this orb represents, probably Radianite and some explosion happening. That would be the most positive thing I can see from this, but I guess it's like, you know, the factory doesn't work anymore or something like that, definitely, because, you know, the orb was actually in total destruction. It could very much be that, you know, the world was running out of resources until Radianite came in. That is very much possible. So, because Radianite is a power source, it's an energy source, you know, that you can use for either weapons, you know, and for a lot of other things as well. Mostly energy, you know, also giving superpowers to people. So it could have actually somehow saved the world. Could be some alien technology thing, we're not sure, we don't know for sure. We'll possibly be getting some lore in 2021 for sure, but this is the first step.
A power celestial. Yet every strong light invites shadows that loom larger.
Can we just appreciate how good these trailers are? Like, they have the best team ever. But what we're gonna be looking into is, well, this is something when the power came, you know, when the Radianite came, it was not just good stuff, right? It was also some bad energy, aka hurricanes. It started destroying environment. That's why SKYE came in. That's right, SKYE came in because, you know, hurricanes were destroying the whole world. She basically wanted to preserve the nature, wanted to, you know, keep it safe, keep it balanced, keep her making her birds, right? But it just doesn't work like that. And, you know, Radianite, or somehow someone harnessed it, you know, Radianite started making this huge Radianite storms. You know, we can see this on Ascent, where it, you know, basically detached cities even with such a huge power and force. Now, but my question is, what does SKYE want to do with this? I'm guessing, you know, with this weapon she gets a lot of power to stop something, like going into this factory. I think we can even see it in the background. I'm not sure if it's the same factory, but it could be potentially a very similar factory with this kind of Radianite weapon. But let's take a look.
Do you see it yet? This is happening everywhere, SKYE.
I have to protect this land, Sage. It's my home.
It's not just your corner of the world that's in danger.
There's more like this?
Too many.
Alright, Sage. I'm in.
Alright, with multiple indications that that is Skye, we have to look at, you know, what it actually means, what she actually wants to take. There's multiple proofs that, you know, that person that wants to take this weapon or the ion or the power it has from the factory or whatever this is. I think it's more of a some sort of a storage, some sort of a factory. Like, it built a weapon for Skye basically, and it unlocked with SKYE logo, so it definitely has to mean something. Could be also that they're just, you know, promoting the new agent, which I very much doubt it. But let's look at what happens next. Make sure we have to check all the clues. We have to check what she actually left in close. So let's do that. So if we actually check here closer, we can see a figure with some sort of a hood, which doesn't resemble Skye, but it does have sort of a hollow in the middle, and it's really, really interesting. I mean, she has a SKYE logo on the door, right? So what else could it mean? But what I'm worried about is the you know, the little middle is actually hollowed out. What I mean by that is there is only, and I mean only, like, there's nothing in the middle. This is what really concerns me, that it could not potentially be Skye for that matter. But we also have her hair flip. After the explosion happens, you know, there is something we might be seeing for episode 2, because after the explosion happens, we see something pretty weird, a huge iron explosion, which is really, really interesting considering, you know, what we had so far. She basically, the whole factory basically explodes after she takes this weapon out. As you can see, she has the weapon in her, well, in her hands. But the hair flip, you know, it's really low frames because it's really in slow motion right now. It makes kind of sense. Like, this definitely has to be a Valorant agent, otherwise they wouldn't survive this kind of iron explosion. I'm just saying, look, you can't survive this type of stuff and make it out alive just picking up a weapon and thinking everything is gonna be okay. So what we found out is a bit more closure to the actual lore. You know, this is actually probably a teaser for Valorant to start releasing more footage, because they want to make, you know, a lot of lore just like in League of Legends. And I'm definitely interested in lore in Valorant, to be honest. I think you are too, as you're watching this video. But the real question here is, like, what's going on? What's seriously going on? And, you know, Riot wants us to find this stuff out, not, you know, just give an answer like, oh, this is Skye, she has this new weapon we're trying to sell, you know. It's definitely much more different than that. And I think episode 2 will tell us a bit more info about this. It's definitely nice that, you know, they actually put the new skins in along with lore for SKYE basically. And we didn't only get lore for SKYE, but we also got lore about Radiant, you know, we never knew much about it. It's just a material source that's very strong. We never knew that, you know, humanity was at the brink of extinction, and until they got this power, you know, this type of super strong power that can basically power everything and give people superpowers. And I think it's basically happening in real life as well, as sources, natural sources, I mean water, people, is very much depleting. So I'm most likely guessing, you know, that they're trying to make reference to real life world as well, where we're seeing a lot of potential lore that, you know, will make it in episode 2, gives us a bit of closure of what actually is happening in the Valorant world. But anyway, let me know if you have any more questions. Do you think that was Skye or someone else? And yeah, this is Fednan, sign out. Peace, guys.